Hello, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of McAllen News Update. I'm Xochitl Mora.
And I'm Mary Avila, and we begin with orders from the City of McAllen to stay at home. Our Roy Cantu has more.
Thanks, Mary. I've been here at the Emergency Operations Center for the City of McAllen, working on keeping you informed. Stay at home to stop the spread. With me today is Mayor Jim Darling, who's been in quarantine and is finally out of isolation. Mayor Darling, let me ask you, how do you feel?
I feel fine, Roy. You know, I went in isolation because I took a trip. It really wasn't because I had any particular illness, but I'm fine. I've been working from home, but now I'm back to work here with the city.
What is it that you can tell citizens how they can help us during this time?
Well, kind of do what I do. Be careful, you know, make sure that you're careful. Don't go out unless it's absolutely necessary. You know, a lot of things are open doesn't mean that you have to go out. And so make sure you do that, number one. Number two, when you're staying at home, you know, there's a lot of things to do. I mean, I cleaned up a closet that had to be done about 10 years ago, but also be with your family. We did a jigsaw puzzle. It's a great time to get acquainted with your teenager again.
If people want to learn what the City of McAllen's up to, they can follow us on social media. They can also look at our city's website, because there's a lot of fake news out there. And I guess if the city's going to make a statement, it's going to come out of the Emergency Operations Center.
That's correct. And you know, I have a call every night with the judge, so we get the numbers from the judge. We have a mayor's call every day, so we're getting information and staying connected. That's the most important part, is staying connected and getting a news source that you feel comfortable with. 311 is a great opportunity in the city. Call in, you ask questions there. We're used to that. We have operators that can answer those questions, and so being connected, making sure what's going on. You know, one thing I want to emphasize too is if you have an elderly relative that you're taking care of, it could be delivering meals. You know, we need to be smart about that because they're the most vulnerable. And so designate one person in the family maybe to deliver the meals. I know everybody wants to go see Grandma and Abuelita, you know, and see she's okay, but really what you need to do is try to isolate them to the extent you can. Make sure they're okay. Make sure they have a companionship, but not everybody needs to go to see them. And so if there was somebody in the house like that, for instance, make sure if there's people leaving the house because essential requirements, a job or whatever, that those those relatives don't actually have contact with them. Keep them comfortable in a part of the house where they're more isolated than not. Make sure you're talking to them, but to have hopefully have one person to be able to do that. And let's protect the elderly, because that's important.
Thank you so much, Mayor, for your time here at the Emergency Operations Center for the City of McAllen. I'm Roy Cantu.
Non-essential City of McAllen buildings are now closed to walk-in public. This in efforts to protect the community and comply with the new orders from the Hidalgo County Judge. This does not apply to buildings that provide essential services to the public, such as the airport, the Metro bus service, police station, as well as the municipal court. All other city services will continue by phone, email, or by appointment. Drive-through services for payment at McAllen City Hall will also continue. For more information, please call 311 or visit our website at mcallen.net.
Also closed is the playground equipment and restrooms at city parks, but the good news is that trails remain open. That's right. If you need a little fresh air or just a break from home, take a walk or hike at any McAllen park. Even though the playgrounds themselves are temporarily shut down, the parks are still open. All the city is asking is that you maintain social distancing.
The City of McAllen has moved to close playgrounds. We want to make sure we keep our children and community safe. We know there's a lot of folks that are still going to parks, and we want them to continue going to parks, mostly taking advantage of our trails and the outdoor space. Playgrounds are something that children have daily contact with, and many children do. So in order to keep everybody safe, we've decided to close off the playgrounds at all our parks in the City of McAllen.
You can also catch some fun exercising classes online. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 3 p.m. on the McAllen Parks social media page or mcallenparks.net.
In an effort to limit the spread of the coronavirus, Metro McAllen is announcing changes to some of its services. They are temporarily suspending Route 9 servicing to Bicentennial Boulevard and Dove Avenue, 23rd Street and 107, UTRGV on 23rd Street and Orchid Avenue, plus the McAllen Public Library. However, for riders who use the fixed routes 1 through 7 and paratransit service, these routes are still operating. Metro McAllen is also enforcing the public safety Riders should maintain social distancing from other passengers. A red X on the seat means it cannot be occupied. Holding onto handrails will also not be allowed. And people should wash their hands before and after arriving at their destination or use hand sanitizer. For a complete list of hours and services, please call 311 or follow Metro McAllen on social media to stay connected.
Speaking of staying connected, McAllen Public Library is now offering virtual services. For your convenience, they've created Connect with MPL to provide families a virtual library that features books for the entire family. They also offer DIY projects scheduled daily and so much more. It can all be viewed on the library's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube pages by searching at McAllen Library. But if you prefer an actual book, they've also got you covered with their curbside delivery. Place a book on hold and get notified when it's ready. Simply drive up to a designated area and pick up your book.
Staying on the digital trend, the City of McAllen partnered with McAllen ISD to provide free Wi-Fi hotspots throughout the city. As public schools across the RGV cancel classes, parents are now left shifting the schoolwork to virtual learning. Problem is, many families don't have internet service. Thankfully, the city had already invested over $2 million on a fiber optic infrastructure to offer high-quality, high-speed internet to the entire community. However, officials caution that with an entire nation attempting to access the same internet, delays and lags in services may be possible. For a complete list of Wi-Fi hotspots, head to McAllen.net.
And listen up, because MPU is now waiving all online fees for online customers. Anyone wanting to avoid traffic at the drive-thru window can pay their public utilities online with a credit card and not be charged the convenience fees. Customers can also call the automated phone system at 681-1600, 24 hours a day. Now, please note, all payments made through the mobile app will still incur the convenience fee until further notice. Also, all late payment fees will be waived beginning April 1st through April 30th. Drive-thru services will remain open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at City Hall.
And finally, please don't forget to donate blood during this crucial time. Vitalant, formerly known as United Blood Services, is in desperate need of blood donations. You can help by one of two ways, either by calling them directly to schedule an appointment or by heading to their bus bank that's traveling to local communities. Donors will be screened and checked for a fever. Please be aware that in order to avoid mass gatherings, donors are told to wait in their vehicles and wait for a text to alert them when it's their turn. To sign up or get more information, call 956-213-7500.
And that's going to do it for us here. Thank you so much for watching. For the City of McAllen, I'm Mary Avila.
And I'm Xochitl Mora. We'll leave you with a look at our city commissioners asking you to stay McAllen strong.
Hello everyone, I'm McAllen Mayor Jim Darling, and as we try to navigate these most difficult times, I'm asking you to remember these important tips from our McAllen City Commissioners.
Remember our council strong.